Hello, welcome to Jackbox News. It's birthday time this week on March 5th. Happy birthday to Ibrahim in Mr. Joshua's class. Max has a birthday on March 6th in Miss Christensen's class. On the 9th, happy birthday to Angelica in Ronning's class. And on the 10th, there's two birthdays, Jonathan in Mrs. Reese's class and Felicity in Mrs. Torres's class. Happy birthday, guys.
We've been learning about the rhymes of Dr. Seuss. So today we're going to talk about my favorite book is.
My favorite book is Fox and Sock.
My favorite book is Sonic.
My favorite book is Cat in the Hat.
My favorite book is Hop on Pop.
My favorite book is Wacky Wednesday.
My favorite book is Piggy and Gerald.
My favorite book is Green Eggs and Ham.
My favorite book is Pete the Cat.
My favorite book is Harry Potter.
My favorite book is Where's My Mummy?
My favorite book is Fox and the Sun.
My favorite book is The Grinch.
My favorite book is Mario Brothers.
My favorite book is Would You Rather Be a Bullfrog?
My favorite book is a Spider-Man comic.
My favorite book is Wacky Wednesday. My favorite book is The Grinch.
My favorite book is Mr. Brown Can Moo Can You.
My
Favorite
favorite
book
book
is
Princess.
My favorite book is The Grinch.
Join Jacqueline for a Big 3 Family Math Night, Thursday, March 7, 5:30 through 7:30 p.m. Pizza is available between 5:30 to 6:30, and you can come anytime between 5:30 and 6:30. It doesn't have to be exactly at 5 or exactly at 6. Come anytime that it takes you long to eat.
Once you're done with dinner, there's a math scavenger hunt. Woohoo! And there's going to be a round of the building, and if you do all of the prizes, or you do all of the challenges and math equations, you get a prize.
After the scavenger hunt, there's a class for students and parents to learn how to use My Path at Home, to learn math. I like it. I like My Path because it has games like Fluency Flight or just iReady games. It's pretty fun, so you should try it.
For the last class, there's math games that you get to learn how to play, and then you get to take home, and then you get to do them. Yippee!
So, if you go to both classes and your parents take the survey, you will get one of these awesome Dr. Seuss pencil thingies. It also looks like the trees.
The person who I got for this week was Aiden and Mr. Pearson.
I got Harold and Garcia.
And the person I got for the games is Isabella and Mrs. DeMille. The person I got for this week's game is Elizabeth in Miss Wright's class and Jenny in Mr. Haslam's class.
I got Kyler from Marchant.
I got Kenan from Miss Cox. Okay, guys, for the last Jag Swag, we got Anthony in Garcia's class. Good job, all winners.
Thank you, Student Council, for that spotlight. We are so excited for the Big 3 tomorrow, and we just found out the iReady mascots are going to be here. So come tomorrow and meet the mascots, have some pizza, take home some games, and have some fun time with your family. For my spotlight, you're just hearing my voice because up on the screen, you're seeing a bunch of boxes with little yellow. Let me explain what this is, and teachers, you can pause this, and I'll also send you a physical copy so you can explain it to your class. You might need to pause it to zoom in and see how your class is doing, but these are the reading strips. We have updated them, so we now know how many strips you have and how close you are to earning a party. And because it's hard to count them in the hall, I made these little yellow boxes, and each box represents 2 reading strips. And you need to fill the yellow boxes all the way to your partner, and your partner needs to fill them all the way to you. So, for example, if you look at Mrs. Garcia's class, her partner's Pearson. Garcia's on the left. You can see her yellow boxes are all the way over to Pearson. They go from left to right. That means her class has earned all of their strips and have made it all the way to their partner. Mr. Pearson's class is almost halfway to Garcia, and any that Garcia's class earns going forward, they'll be added to Pearson's. So now they can help Mr. Pearson's class. And once Mr. Pearson's class fills them all the way into the left, then those two classes will get a party. So please, please continue to read at home and return your reading slips. This is the most important homework you can ever do. And we're doing this competition all year long. It just keeps going every week. So don't forget to read at home and don't forget to return your slips. Let me show you one other thing just to clarify how this works. So here's another example of how it works. You can see this is an example of Miss Schlappy and Mr. Haslam, who are partners. Mrs. Schlappy's line is going to the right. So you can see the blue arrow means that her class, every time they turn in slips, will be added to that direction, and they're trying to connect to Mr. Haslam. And you can see from this one that now there's another blue arrow pointing to the left, and this is the direction Mr. Haslam is going. So every time his class turns in a reading slip, they'll be added to that direction, and he's trying to connect to Mrs. Schlappy. Once they both connect, both classes get a party. Keep reading, keep earning those reading slips. Remember, you also get a Jag Swag for turning them in, and pretty soon we're going to have our first party here because Mr. Pearson and Mrs. Garcia's classes are really close to earning their first party. Happy reading!